All right, there we go. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. Phillies are taking on the New York Mets once again today, and they're looking to go for win number 90. The question is, can they do it with Cristopher Sanchez out there on the bump? That is the question. And hopefully the answer will be yes. All right, so it is a beautiful day out at Citizens Bank Park. It is 82 degrees Fahrenheit. Some clouds in the sky, not too much sunshine. I mean, it is pretty sunny, but there are some clouds in the sky, very friendly clouds. Winds are blowing east at 11 miles per hour, and the temperature is 83 degrees, they say on the Game Time app. So, how about Kyle Schwarber and Francisco Lindor being nominated for the Roberto Clemente Award? So, congratulations to the both of them. That's a very, very cool feat. So, that was just announced earlier today. So, that's a really cool. That's a really cool feat. And congratulations to Kyle Schwarber and Francisco Lindor. It's nominated to the people who do extraordinary things for community involvement, philanthropy, and positive contributions both on and off the field. Paul Sewald was also mentioned, and Chris Sale as well. And James McCann, Liam Hendricks, Patrick Wisdom, Andrew Vaughn, Brent Suter, Stephen Kwan. There's a lot of people who have been nominated for this, and that's really awesome. But Francisco Lindor will be leading things off. Here we go, so let's get to it. All right, Cristopher Sanchez is on the mound. We'll get to his numbers in just a few moments, but the lineup for the Mets, it'll be Lindor, Vientos, Alonso, Nimmo, Martinez, Iglesias, Torrens, Tyrone Taylor, that is, and it's Harrison Bader as well, and that is the lineup for the Mets. So Lindor's over at short, Vientos is over at third, Alonso's at first, Nimmo is out and left, Martinez is DHing, Iglesias is over at second, Torrens is catching, Taylor's playing out in right field, and Bader is playing in center. In the first pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Lindor batting on the right side, he's back. Was dealing with some back soreness from the first game of this series. And the 0-1. That is fouled away. So Cristopher Sanchez is on the mound today for Philadelphia. He's facing right now Francisco Lindor, who's batting .270 with 31 home runs and 86 RBI, as well as a .493 slugging percentage. 0-2, and that's in the dirt for a ball. Sanchez, this will be his 29th start. Has a 10-9 overall record. 3.33 earned run average and 135 strikeouts in 165 innings. The pitch, and that is going to be skied out over towards center field, and Rojas tries the dive. He can't make the catch, keeps it out in front of him, and Lindor gets on with a bloop single. I mean, Rojas was playing pretty deep and had to come running in a long ways and was not able to make the catch, but he sort of trapped it out in front of him. Not trapped it, but kept it out in front of him, which was a good thing. So a bloop single by Francisco Lindor, who continues his MVP season. And up to bat now is Mark Vientos. Phillies are in their cream tops, cream bottoms with the red high bell socks. And the pitch, swing and a miss. The Mets are in their gray tops, gray bottoms, but they have the blue letters that say New York painted across the chest. Phillies have the Phillies painted across the chest with the blue stars above each eye. The pitch, and that is fouled away by Vientos, who's batting .276. He has 24 homers this season and 62 RBI as well. Rocking the sunglasses as well as Francisco Lindor on this beautiful sunny day out in Philadelphia. 0-2, and that's a dribbler that is fouled. It's going to be hit over towards the third base coach of the New York Mets. That's going to go all the way as he tosses it back over towards the seats. Eric's here. What's up, Snowman? How you doing, bro? Thank you so much for stopping by. Appreciate it very, very much. Got 103 people tuning in. Appreciate you all taking the time out of your Sunday afternoons. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Cristopher Sanchez records his first strikeout and gets the first out of the inning. One gone and 1K deposited into the bank. Sanchez has 3 pitches, including a sinker, a changeup, and a slider. Batters are hitting 180 against the changeup. That's been his bread and butter, really. And Pete Alonso comes up, and he takes a sinker that's inside. So Lindor is over at first base. He got on with a bloop single. Vientos struck out, and Alonso's up to bat, hitting .239. 32 home runs, 81 runs driven in as well. 1-0, swing and a miss. The Mets are without Starling Marte today. He is listed as day-to-day. He had an X-ray on his left forearm, which came back negative after being hit by a pitch last night. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch, and that's fouled away. Crew chief for this afternoon, Nestor Seja is calling the balls and the strikes. Manny Gonzalez is over at first base, Lance Barrett's at second, and Todd Tishner is the third base umpire this afternoon. He was last night's home plate umpire. The 1-2 delivery, and there's a cold strike 3. A slider that just caught the outer third of the plaque. And Pete Alonso goes down looking. 2 strikeouts in a row by Cristopher Sanchez. And he just was able to throw a nice pitch to Alonso. Final score predictions, don't forget to comment those down below. 2 gone, top of the first, and Brandon Nimmo up to the plate, and he fouls that one away. On the defensive side of the diamond, Phillies will have Sanchez on the hill. Behind the plate will be JT Realmuto. Bryce Harper's over at first. At second base, it'll be Buddy Kennedy playing for Bryson Stott. Over at third, Alec Bohm is back, so that's a really good sign for the Phils. And at short, it'll be Trey Turner. The pitch, and there's a foul ball that hooks out of play towards left field. 7, 8, and 9 in the outfield. It's Wes Wilson out in left for Brandon Marsh. The center fielder is Johan Rojas, and over in right will be Nick Castellanos. Sun is peeking out a little bit more behind home plate. 0-2 is the count, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. 3 strikeouts in a row by Cristopher Sanchez, and that's how you end the first inning with a bang. No runs, just a leadoff bloop single by Francisco Lindor, and that's all she wrote here in the top of the first. We head to the bottom of the first. The Phillies are coming up to bat in just a few moments. All right, good stuff. All right, so let's get into the Phillies starting lineup. Let's go. All right, so Kyle Schwarber will be leading things off. He is DHing this afternoon. Trey Turner is over at shortstop, and he's batting second. Bryce Harper hitting third, playing over at first base. Nick Castellanos is going to be hitting in the cleanup spot, playing out in right field. The third baseman today is Alec Bohm. He's back in the lineup, as we mentioned before, for the Phils. He's batting fifth in the lineup this afternoon. JT Realmuto is catching today. Wes Wilson's playing out in left field and will be batting seventh. And then Buddy Kennedy is over at second base, batting eighth in the lineup. And Johan Rojas is the caboose and will be playing out in center field, batting ninth. So just to recap, no Bryson Stott. Alec Bohm is back. JT Realmuto is still catching today. And no Brandon Marsh in the lineup. So it's Schwarber, Turner, Harper, Castellanos, Bohm, Realmuto, Wilson, Kennedy, and Rojas. And the guy that they're going to be facing is David Peterson, who has pitched in 103 innings so far this season. He has surrendered 97 hits, 42 walks, 8 home runs, and has a 2.98 ERA. Also has a 9-2 record. This guy's been pretty good. These are two lefties in Sanchez and Peterson who have been really dominant for both teams. Peterson's now 29 years old. He's from Denver, Colorado. And in his last outing, he only went 4 1/3, and he did allow 4 earned runs against the Toronto Blue Jays. But overall, he's been really good. The pitch, ground ball, hit over towards the first base side, and Alonso has it and tags the bag for out number 1. I'll get to your questions in just a few moments. We're just sort of settling in first. Let's get our 90th win today. We're doing pretty good, guys. We're doing pretty good. Here comes Trey Turner. And the first pitch to Trey just misses. Looks like it actually may have caught the inner third. Right towards the knees. He's hitting .294. Has a .465 slugging percentage as well. And he's looking for home run number 19. Next pitch, and that's taken for a strike. So it's a 1-1 count here. Peterson kicks and fires, and that's in the dirt for ball 2. The last time that Peterson faced the Phillies, he has not faced them this year, but the last time was on September 21st of 2023. 2-1 is in the dirt for ball 3. Ended up going 4 innings, gave up 4 earned runs. He did strike out 7 batters, but he threw 94 pitches, and the Phillies won 5-4. Next pitch, and that's fouled away. Bohm ended up homering off of him, and so did Castellanos. Bryce Harper waits in the on-deck circle. 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Nobody on, and no score so far. 3-2 pitch. Fouled away over towards the right field side, and out of play it goes. Really want to try to see the Phillies go for the series win today and get their 90th win. 3-2 pitch, and that is lined over towards shortstop. Played on the bounce, and the throw by Lindor was a little bit high, but good extension by Pete Alonso as he kept his foot on the bag. And 2 up, 2 down so far in this inning. And now it's Bryce Harper who's coming up, who had 2 homers in yesterday afternoon's game to get the Phillies back in it. They were down 4-0. His first one came in the bottom of the 4th. It was an opposite field homer out to left. And then the second one came in the bottom of the 6th with 2 outs off of Luis Severino. Got the start yesterday. And the pitch. And that's taken low and away for a ball. Harper wearing the Fanatic green batting gloves. And the 1-0 pitch. That looked like it was high, but it's a called strike anyways. So defensively for the New York Mets, they got Luis Torrens catching as the 1-1 is fouled again. On the bump is David Peterson. And then over at first base, it'll be Pete Alonso. The second baseman is Jose Iglesias. The other middle infielder over at shortstop is Francisco Lindor, of course. And then Mark Vientos is the third baseman. 7, 8, and 9 for the Mets will be Nimmo in left, Bader in center, and Taylor playing out in right field for Starling Marte, as we mentioned. He's now listed day-to-day after being hit on the wrist. 2 gone already, and nobody on base. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Bryce Harper, and the 1-2 by Peterson is upstairs. We have our new football score ticker. Hopefully you all enjoy that. Brewers don't play till later, and the Braves are on ESPN tonight. 2-2 pitch, foul ball. Harper's average is at .290, and during his career against David Peterson, he's 7 for 15. 2-2 pitch. That is drilled foul over towards the left field net, right above the tarp. The Titans are 51-26 at home, and are 30 games above 500. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Peterson kicks and fires, and it's in the dirt. Mets took the first game of this series and won 11-3 and pounced on the Phils. And the Mets were pouncing again yesterday, but the Phillies were able to score 6 unanswered runs. 3-2 pitch, and that is grounded over towards the right side. It's sharply, but just right at Iglesias, who gobbles it up, throws it over to first, and the inning is over in a 1-2-3 inning by David Peterson. And we go to the top of the second. We've played 1 full inning, and the Mets are coming back up. They'll send J.D. Martinez up to the plate to lead things off when they return. We have 404 people watching. Thank you all so much for being here. I appreciate each and every one of you. Y'all are the best, man. What's going on? Yeah, man. How do you do the scores on the bottom of your stream? Power Play Gabe, what's going on, man? How you doing? SportsScoresBot.com. They actually came on about a couple of weeks ago. They are an incredible team of people that work on these tickers, work on these scoreboards. They're really, really cool. So go check them out. SportsScorebots.com. I've never been shy of helping out other people, and putting in their word because they're very, very nice. And they do such an incredible job for Twitch and for YouTube when it comes to this type of thing. So, all right, let's go. All right, I'm going to try to do something a little bit differently today. Stan did ask a question. I wanted to make sure I got to that. JJ, how are you the ultimate pro play-by-play? If it ain't Fransky and Anderson, it's you. But you're my out-of-market connection. Thank you, man. I appreciate it. Man, this is a different type of a platform, and I'm learning as we go. Today I want to try to do something a little bit differently. I want to try to not use the chat as much today. I'm still going to be reading comments and stuff, but I'm really going to try to just focus more and more on the play-by-play. Not saying that I don't do that, but I am going to try that today. So here we go. First pitch. That's taken for a strike to J.D. Martinez. Sanchez out there for his second frame, and the 0-1 is in the dirt for a ball. But, as always, if you guys have something that you really want to say, don't forget you're always more than welcome to Super Chat, and I will gladly read your comments. The 1-1 pitch, swing and a miss. It was a good changeup thrown by Cristopher. So Sanchez is 27 years old. He got a contract extension back in July with Dave Dombrowski and the Phillies. They reached an agreement. And the 1-2, and that's up high for ball 2. I don't know how Dombrowski got it done, but he's just a wizard with that. 2-2 pitch. It looked a little bit inside, but that's now 4 strikeouts in a row by Cristopher Sanchez. He's been a strikeout machine today so far. So all 4 outs have come via strikeout by Cristopher Sanchez. I think you got to put a K in the very beginning of his name instead of a C and an R. Not one of my best calls, but that's okay. That's what I mean by trying new things. The pitch, and that's taken for a ball. So we were talking about Cristopher Sanchez's contract. The guy that's up to bat, by the way, is Jose Iglesias. And the 1-0 pitch, and there's a little one hopper hit over to second base. Buddy Kennedy has it, feels it on a bounce, tosses it over to first. And 2 up, 2 down, and there's the first out, recorded not via strikeout. And up to bat is Luis Torrens. Two outs here in the top of the second. And the pitch, grounder, played on the bounce over at third by Baum. Throw across the diamond is in time, and a quick inning by Cristopher Sanchez. Now Baum gets a little welcome back, and he will come on up and bat second in the bottom of the second. So a 1-2-3 inning again by Cristopher Sanchez, and we've played 1.5. So Sanchez's his contract got extended to a 4-year, $22.5 million deal. It was back in July. So he's going to get a $2 million signing bonus and salaries of $1.5 million in 2025, $3 million in 2026, $6 million in 2027, and $9 million in 2028. And with the way that he's been pitching, he has potential to be a Cy Young candidate. He really does. I mean, the ceiling is just incredible for this guy. We have a lot of people tuning in. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game, so that means a lot. We just got news that Francisco Lindor is out of the game. Just like that. Tim Kelly just reported that Lindor has left the game, and Luis Angel Acuna is in for the Mets. So that's not good for New York fans. Just got that report. So Luis Angel Acuna is back in at shortstop. He did play in yesterday's game. It's one of the younger brothers of Ronald Acuna Jr. Ooh, man, that's tough. They're showing the replay of when he injured his back. It was on Friday night. Stayed in, but then missed yesterday, and he said that he was fine to go today, but he's back out, he's out, and was just replaced. The pitch, and I think it was a foul ball hit by Castellanos. His average is at 243. Does have 20 home runs this year. No balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch is taken for ball 1. Peterson had a pretty good first inning. Got Schwarber to ground out over towards the mound. Turner grounded out to short. And then Bryce Harper grounded out to first. 2 balls, 1 strike to Castellanos. And the next pitch is a high fastball, but Castellanos bites after it. And now it's 2-2. Casty is 3 for 5 against David Peterson with a triplet of RBI. 2 balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch. Grounded foul. So, in case you just missed it, Francisco Lindor was taken out of the game, and Luis Angel Acuna is his replacement. That just happened as we headed into the bottom of the second. 2-2 pitch, grounder, hit back up the middle, but Iglesias plays it on a bounce and throws it over to first, and Casty is retired. The Mets starting pitching in this series has done a very, very good job overall against the Phillies. On Friday, it was Jose Quintana who got the start. And Quintana did his job. He threw 7 shutout innings, only gave up 3 hits, and had 4 strikeouts. And the pitch is taken inside to Alec Bohm, who's back in the lineup for the Phils. His average is at 290. Has 13 homers and 89 RBI. And the 1-0 pitch, ground ball back up the middle for a base hit, and Alec Bohm able to make a statement and welcome himself back as he singles up the middle and breaks the ice for the Phils. A 1-out single by Bohm, and he put the bat on the ball, and good things happened. And that was a fastball, and he just stayed on top of it. Wasn't looking to pull it or anything. He just wanted to lay the land, if you will, and put it up the middle. The pitch, and that's popped up in foul ground. Alonso gives it a look, and he makes the catch in front of the rail. Wow. He's a really good, solid defensive first baseman, and that's no surprise to anybody, but I'm just saying that. That was not an easy play. You had to run on over to where the ball was hit and then anticipate where the net was, where the rail was as well. And he just was able to keep his eyes on the prize. And Wes Wilson is coming up, so that's the second out of the inning. Comes Wes, and he takes that one outside. Ball just popped out of the glove of Torrens, but it didn't go too far away. And Bohm stays put. Wilson hitting .296. Only has 1 hit this year as a pinch hitter in 12 opportunities. The 1-0 swing and a miss, and that's going to get by Torrens this time, and Bohm's going to advance into scoring position. So that's a pass ball. And Torrens should have caught that. I don't think that Wilson made any contact. No. One to one, and there's a fly ball hit out over towards right center field, but tracking it down with ease is Tyrone Taylor just on the track, and the inning is over. Close but no cigar. And we head to the top of the third. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. And we've played 2 innings and head to the third frame. All right. What's going on, man? Can't wait for JJ and the Sixers, says Michael Boyd. Thank you so much, man. What's going on? What's going on? Saints 21, Dallas 6 right now. Asia Roberson's here. What's up, Asia? How you doing? Yeah, man. Good stuff so far. Too many people would say that during a baseball game. I think that this question is interesting to me because personally, I think that when it comes to week 1 of the NFL on a Sunday, okay, NFL Sunday week 1, I don't think there should be baseball games. I think that MLB is going to get. I think MLB gets their ratings go down on that Sunday, right, for the afternoon. I mean, play the night game, sure. You know, like you can have an ESPN game on that night, or you could push some of the games back to that night or whatever. But during the day, I think a lot of people want to watch football. And baseball is sort of like an afterthought then, because it's every day. It is. So I think that just for week 1, just on NFL Sunday week 1, there shouldn't be baseball. And of course that there's a minority of people that would disagree, but I'm into it. Not saying that, not saying that I wouldn't do a baseball game. If the Eagles were on that Sunday, like this year, if they were on that Sunday, I would have done the Eagles game. The Eagles were on Friday. I was sick on Friday. I couldn't do it because I was sick, but I would have easily done the Eagles game if that was on Sunday over the Phillies. The pitch, and there's a strike called. All right, so here's Tyrone Taylor. who takes strike one. And Sanchez kicks and delivers and throws a slider. That's just fouled off. I do like our little NFL scores, though. I think that that's kind of cool. No balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch is a changeup that is just fouled away. Just off the end of the bat. Sanchez with 26 pitches. He only threw 5 in the last inning. Really, it was less than 10. The 0-2. That is lined foul. No balls, 2 strikes, and the 0-2 pitch. Strike 3 called at the knees, and that's now 5 strikeouts by Sanchez. Boy, is he locked in or what? Freeze frame on the inside corner at 95, and he was just able to ring up Taylor. That's pretty good. And 1 out here in the top of the 3rd. Comes Bader, who takes a changeup, or swings and misses at the changeup, excuse me. It's now an 0-1 count to him. His average is at 244. Ended up going 2 for 4 in the first game with 2 runs scored, a homer, and 3 RBI. He was one of the 3 Mets players with the 3-run homer. And speaking of homers, the 0-1 pitch, fly ball hit out over to left field. Thought maybe that had a chance to carry, but that is going to be caught by Wes Wilson. And there's out number 2. And even the camera operator thought that that was going to go. At a high angle from where the ball was, but it's hit out over to left field, and it's caught for out number 2. Now it's Luis Angel Acuna, who just replaced Francisco Lindor. Takes a strike right down the middle. Anthony DiComo, who covers the New York Mets for MLB.com, said that Lindor is out of today's game in the 2nd inning. His next pitch is swung on and missed. He didn't look comfortable when he was in there, both on the base paths and at shortstop. No balls, 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch. Ground ball hit over to shortstop. Turner has it. Sidearm throw over to first. And there's the second 1-2-3 inning in a row by Cristopher Sanchez. It's been a locomotive, and it's just been mowing down this Mets lineup through 3 innings. Bottom of the 3rd, coming up, no score in Philadelphia. Okay. You know, I kind of have to give myself a little bit of credit because I was the one that took off the old Phillies hat when they were down 4-0. I was like, you know what, I gotta spice things up a little bit. And I put this hat on, and finally they scored 6 runs in yesterday's game. So I think that the hat is the good luck charm for now. So I gotta keep wearing it and just ride the wave. This hat. Daniel Jones is our ace. And, oh my gosh, you're funny. It's funny. The best Sunday is an Eagles win and a Cowboys loss and a Phillies win in this case, says Lou. Yeah, man. So we will be doing the Eagles game tomorrow night. Phillies are not going to be clinching tomorrow, so we will be doing that game. Maybe at halftime I'll check in on the Phillies. But tonight and tomorrow during the day, I need to brush up on this game coming up. Haven't called football in a while. It'll be interesting. I'm expecting that there's going to be some rust. You know, football, you don't get as many reps. Baseball's every single day. So you get so many reps with it. Bottom of the third coming up. Both teams have one hit. And up to bat is Buddy Kennedy, who steps in over on the right side. How about Scott Kingery? Ended up hitting a solo homer in yesterday afternoon's loss against Scranton. First pitch, and there's a line drive hit out over towards right center field, and Bader tracks it down and makes it look easy and makes the catch over towards his left side. He's a really good center fielder. He just knows where to track the ball, and the anticipation that he has, the IQ, and the concentration is just really good. He's one of the best out there defensively. So it was a first pitch line out over to center. David Peterson on for the bottom of the third still. Throws the first pitch off the plate. There's Yohan Rojas, who has 3 homers and 30 RBI and a 245 average, the 1-0 pitch. And there's a fly ball hit out over to right field on the run. To make the catch is Tyrone Taylor with the wheels, and there's already 2 gone. So we'll flip the lineup card and go back to the top of the order for the second time today. It'll be Kyle Schwarber coming up. Grounded out in the first inning. His average at 250, 35 home runs, and 95 RBI as well. And Peterson kicks and delivers and throws a strike. It's a sinker. Gets set just above the letters with his black glove and the baseball in the glove. Starts his windup and delivery, and it's now an 0-2 count. First time through the order, batters are hitting .204 against them. The second time against them, they're batting .296, and the third time, that's at .250. So the numbers back up how great he's been this year. In the 0-2 pitch, swinging a miss on a fastball right down Broad Street, and another 1-2-3 inning by David Peterson. It's been a pitching duel between Peterson and Sanchez. And we head to the top of the fourth. No score at the bank. 1, 2, 3, just like that. We have 183 people tuning in. I want to remind you all to like and subscribe and turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live for a Phillies, a Sixers, or an Eagles game. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. For those of you that don't know who I am, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We go on for Phillies baseball, Sixers basketball, and Eagles football. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. This is just a little spiel about me. I went to Rowan University, graduated in the spring of 2022. While I was there, I got involved with the radio station and also was really fortunate and had a lot of opportunities of calling Blue Rocks and Blue Coats games. The Blue Rocks are the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals, and the Blue Coats are the G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. I was in a rotation of broadcasters, and I got a couple of really, really cool opportunities while I was there. And then I interned at NFL Films in the fall of 2022, the 2022-23 season. And I wanted to get back on the mic. I reached out to a lot of people. I knocked on a lot of people's doors. A lot of people never got back to me. I wrote emails almost every single day and sent out a lot. I did. Reached out to all different types of people. And then I went to a networking event back in my school. And Scott Fransky was there. He's the radio play-by-play announcer for the Phillies. And he said to me, well, with all due respect, how many Blue Coats and Blue Rocks games did you do a week, along with the Rowan, college sports? And I could only count on my finger 1 to 2 for just doing play-by-play. And he said, man, 1 to 2, you got to get reps. If you want to make it into this field, you got to get reps. So I said, we can still contact people and we can still email people, but talk is cheap, man. So 20 months later, this is what we've been doing for 20 months, and we're looking to still build this thing. So We want to just continue to take over the digital media realm. And that's what we're going to do. The ball is 1 strike. As we start off the top of the 4th, Sanchez starts his windup and delivers and throws a changeup that's swung on and missed by Mark Vientos, and the count's now 0-2. It's not really going to waste a lot of time here. Only 35 pitches, 33 entering into this 4th inning. 0-2 is inside and low. So that's the little spiel about me. Hope you enjoyed that little synopsis there. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button as well. 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And there's a changeup that Vientos got fooled on. They actually said that he just fouled it. Thought it was fouled into the glove, but apparently not, according to Nestor Seja. So we'll stay alive, and it may have taken an extra pitch. It does. 1-2 pitch is swung on and missed. He goes with a changeup. That time it was in the dirt. And so, just one more pitch, no harm done. And now 6 strikeouts by Sanchez. That's how Vientos goes down swinging. Three, 4, 5, 6. Pete Alonso was the second strikeout victim in the 1st inning against Sanchez, and he takes low for ball 1. One ball, no strikes, and the next pitch is taken for a strike. Rowan just got a new football turf. Yeah, man, they did. I loved my time at Rowan. I would never trade that. 2-0, there's a foul ball. Two-one pitch. Ground ball past the dive of Turner into left field, and there's the second hit of the day by the Mets. This time it comes from Pete Alonso, and that was a rocket. Just missed by Trey Turner. Turner was just a half step late. Just couldn't get into the hole. Comes Brandon Nimmo. And the first pitch is a sinker that's at the kneecaps for strike 1 at 95. Nimmo wearing his sunglasses as well. He has white batting gloves and has orange and blue at the fingertips on each finger. It's pretty unique. 0-1, swing and a miss. Phillies have their blue caps with the red rim and the red P as their logo right on top of the cap. Alonso leads off over at first base, and the 0-2 is a chopper hit over to shortstop. Turner has to throw pretty quickly, and he does. He doesn't waste any time, and Nimmo is out. However, Alonso does advance into scoring position. Love you, JJ. Keep killing it. Thank you, man. Appreciate it, bro. So, JD Martinez is up to bat. I've always liked his stance. He has the bat just above his shoulder, and he squares this one out over to center field. It's going to go pretty deep, but it'll still stay in the ballpark, and Rojas is there to make the catch. And the inning is over. Cristopher Sanchez has done a very good job today, and we head to the bottom of the 4th with no score at the bank. I think this is one of our best games that we've called in a while right now. I do. Sometimes, like when you're just in it and you're locked in, it's really awesome. And I like that. I like that. I think that sometimes what happens, and it's nothing against you guys, it's something that I have to do. I think that I have to do a better job at not looking at chat some of the time, because that distracts me. And we have an audience that just listens, right? It's nice to give other people a voice, but you got to pick your spots. And I have to always remember that I'm calling the game. Somebody's blind, right? Somebody can't see what's going on. I have to guide them. That's the nature of this. So, that's what we're still going to do. Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. Please tell your friends and family members about this channel. It would really mean a lot to me. Let's take a look at the MLB scores while we're at it. It is the bottom of the fourth. Forgot that we also have to do on this day in Phillies history. We'll do that in the top of the fifth. I'll remember to do that. Yankees currently lead at 4-0 as we take a look at the MLB scores. Marlins have a 1-0 lead in the bottom of the third. The Yankees are up 4-0 in the bottom of the third. Cutter Crawford is still pitching for the Boston Red Sox. The Mets and the Phillies are scoreless. Cardinals and Blue Jays are in the bottom of the third with no score as well. And the Guardians have a 1-0 lead against the Tampa Bay Rays in the top of the third. Orioles and Tigers, it's 3-2 in the bottom of the eighth. The pitch, and there's a foul ball. Reds are leading it 2-1 out in Minnesota at Target Field. PNC Park, well, we have a game going on over there. It's the Royals and the Pirates. It's knotted up at 1 apiece in the top of the third. No balls, 1 strike to Trey Turner, and Peterson kicks and delivers and throws strike 2. 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night to Trey Turner. And dating back to the third inning to get the final out, that's back-to-back strikeouts by David Peterson. A's and White Sox are scoreless as well in the bottom of the first. That was quite a game last night. It was back and forth, man. White Sox ended up winning 7-6 and walking it off. Here comes Bryce Harper. And the pitch is low and away for ball 1. Charge! 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch on the way is taken for ball 2. On the back of Harper's cleats, it has a Veteran Stadium picture. That's really cool. Not a picture, but it's a design, if you will. 2-0, and the pitch is high and inside for ball 3. Good job by the camera operators at NBC Sports Philadelphia to show a close-up of that. 3-0, and there's a strike called. What's up, Dixon Way? What's going on, Larry? How you doing, man? 3-1, and that's low and away for ball 4, and Harper gets on with a walk, and 1 out here in the bottom of the fourth. So there's the first time that he's been on base. I appreciate it, man. I appreciate you for being on here. Please make sure that you post your link down below, my guy. I would appreciate that. I want other people to go subscribe to you because I'm subscribed to you, and I enjoy what you do. Pitch. Swing and a miss by Nick Castellanos. It was a slider that he was... tried to time it well, but he definitely did not. Happy anniversary, my guy. 0-1. There's a foul ball. Happy anniversary, dude. That's awesome, man. Happy anniversary to you and Shonda. Oof, that's awesome. Let's go. I'm gonna ring the bell for you. I can't do a chop because I don't have that on here, and my Phillies people would not be happy about that. So I gotta ring you a bell. And plus, that's even more so fitting, you know? 0-2, and that's in the dirt and inside for a ball. How about the Cowboys, man? They've given up 35 points in the first half. Castellanos lifetime against David Peterson, 3 for 6 with 3 RBI. 1-2. That's a slider that misses. Two balls, two strikes. There's Rob Thompson chewing his gum in the Phillies dugout. Peterson kicks and delivers. Runner goes, and it's a foul ball. And retreating back over to first is Bryce Harper. There's some wild NFL games going on today. Two balls, two strikes. And the pitch is just inside. The Saints lead it 35-13 against the Cowboys. That's crazy. Derek Carr already has 222 passing yards. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. On a pitch right down the middle by Peterson, and Castellanos shakes his head, and he goes back to the dugout. So the last 3 outs that Peterson has recorded have been via strikeout. And now it's Bohm who's coming up. You know, Ryan Howard, when I met him a couple of months ago, he said that the hardest pitch in baseball to nail is the pitch that's right down the middle. The pitch, and there's a foul ball. But he said that that's the hardest as a hitter. It's the one that's right down the middle. Because you got to get it square on. The ball is 1 strike to Alec Bohm. And the pitch, ground ball back up the middle, but Luis Angel Acuna is there and flips it, underhanded over to second base, and Iglesias catches it. And the fielder's choice is recorded for out number 3. Harper was out over at second. And we played 4. Head to the 5th. No team has blinked thus far. Top of the 5th coming up. Mets will have 6, 7, and 8 due up in the batting order. Don't forget to like and subscribe. We got 246 people tuning in. Again, my name is Jason Joseph. This is Play-by-Play with JJ. We have 64 likes. I want us to get to 200, man. Go follow us on all the social media platforms. We have the bot that's posted down below in the live chat with our social media links, with our LINKTREE. So you can go click that. Go follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and all that jazz. Good stuff. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I said before, I'll say it again because we have more of an audience. But I graduated with a bachelor's degree in sports broadcasting at Rowan University, and I called Blue Rocks and Blue Coats games while I was in school, and then graduated in 2022, interned at NFL Films. Now I'm going to be calling Villanova ice hockey games, and I do stuff for 97.3 ESPN as well, and I do my own YouTube channel. I got to sort of elaborate that. So I've been doing this for 20 months. It's been a grind, but I love that. What happened to Lindor? He left the game because he did not feel comfortable. Remember, he got hit by... Remember how in the first game he ended up leaving the game with a back problem? Well, that sort of flared up again today. So, all right, what's going on? Here we go to the top of the 5th. Let's keep it going. What's up, Larry? How you doing? 13-49 or 7 at halftime. That's really good. Lots of upsets so far. A lot of upsets so far. Seahawks lead 17-13 against the Pats. And Ravens and Raiders are tied 6-6. Nobody has said anything about our new NFL ticker. Do we like it? Do we not like it? I haven't heard anything about that. Here we go, the pitch. That's taken for a strike. So Jose Iglesias is up to bat. No balls, 1 strike. And the next pitch is fouled away. Sanchez has 6 strikeouts, 3 on the sinker, 2 on the slider. These were the strike threes. And 1 on the changeup as well. No balls, 2 strikes. Sanchez kicks and delivers. And there's a fly ball hit out over to left field. It's hooking out of play. Oh and 2. And the pitch. Line drive hit out over to right field, and Castellanos is just going to let it drop, and he lets it play it on a bounce and bare hands it. Literally just grabbed it like he was catching the ball off of his elbow and throws it over to second base. You ever try to do that? I used to try to do that all the time, like where you put the ball in the elbow and then you just catch it. I used to do that a lot. But yeah, it's cool. The lowest ERA at home in the NL this season belongs to Cristopher Sanchez, who has a 2.11. Now, Sale has a 2.28, and Zach Wheeler is third in that category as well. First pitch, and that's taken for a strike. Luis Torrens batting over on the right side, facing the left-hander, Cristopher Sanchez. It's in 255. Alvarez has the afternoon off for the Mets. The ball's 1 strike. Sanchez gets set at the belt and fires. And the count is 1-1. Only 52 pitches by Cristopher Sanchez so far. He's just been able to mow down these Mets hitters. The 1-1 delivery high. JT throw over the second base. And out is Iglesias. How about that? What a bang-bang play by JT. I mean, that is why he is listed as the best catcher in baseball. Now, Mike Sarbaugh is going to go over to the phone to see if JT got him. I mean, that was clear. That was absolutely clear. Good tag, too, by Buddy Kennedy. Just tagging Iglesias over on the right cleat. And JT gets a standing ovation from the fans as well. Base is empty now. 2 balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch is fouled off. Boy, does it help when you have him on your ball club. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the changeup, it's in the dirt. Can't run off of him, man. Oh, someone said that they like the ticker. Sorry. I'm not looking at the chat as much as I should. 3-2. Inside for ball 4, and Torrens gets on with a walk. So that could have been 2 base runners. And thank goodness for JT's arm. Please make sure that you like and subscribe, folks. I have a stat that's up here on the NBC Sports graphic that says that Cristopher Sanchez is 5th in the National League for fewest walks per 9 innings. The pitch on the way, and that's taken for a strike. He's in company with Jamison Tyone. Chris Sale, I believe they also said, too. Let me double check. 0-1, and the pitch, fly ball, hit out over to right field. It's carrying, but Castellanos is there to track it down in front of the Chick-fil-A sign for out number 2. And Bader is coming up to bat now. So Jamison Tyone, Chris Sale as well, Shota Imanaga, and Miles Michaelis. Michaelis actually leads the league in fewest walks per 9 inning. The National League, that is. The pitch. Grounder rolled over to shortstop, and Turner has it. Underhanded throw over to second base is in time for out number 3, and we go to the bottom of the 5th. Okay. Villanova is ice hockey is a thing. Oh yeah, man. I wouldn't have announced that if I wouldn't lie about that. Not at all. Boston College or Michigan are the strength of college ice hockey. I know. But Villanova, Drexel has a nice hockey team. Penn has a nice hockey team. They all do, man. That's cool. Of course, no problem, man. Let's go get some run support. If you guys want to like and subscribe, you're more than welcome to do so. It's time now for On This Day in Phillies History as we go to the bottom of the 5th. What's up, Mike? How you doing, man? Shout out to you for coming on here. Appreciate it, bro. It happened on this day in Phillies history. Today is September 15th. Benito Santiago in 1996, on September 15th, pitches a complete game 4-hit shutout against the Pirates. The day before, Kevin Gross shuts out the Mets on 6 hits. I forgot about that. What else? In 1922, this is interesting. Butch Henline connects for 3 homers in a game, the first catcher to ever do so. We were talking about how many 3-homer games there have been this season, and well, it's sort of fitting because Butch Henline was the first he was the first catcher to do that. His third blast tied the game, setting up a 10-9 Phillies win. So that was 102 years ago on this day. And then Jim Constanti pitched 10 innings of relief in a 19-inning 8-7 victory over Chicago. That game was the longest in Shibe Park history. And then in the same game, Del Ennis also set a record with 10 at-bats, which was the most by a Philly ever in an extra inning game. So, here we go. JT Realmuto is up to bat, and the pitch. That is taken for a strike right at the knees. The ball's 1 strike to JT, who just threw out Jose Iglesias, trying to steal second in the previous inning. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss. Benito was a catcher. Played for 20 seasons as a catcher. 0-2. That is flied out over towards straightaway center field, and that will be caught for out number 1. For some reason, oh, that's why. Sorry, your chats are not being displayed over these. Huh. That's better. Comes Wes Wilson, takes a curveball that's going to land in the dirt for ball 1. Oh, Larry, hope band practice went really well yesterday. So Peterson already with 55 total pitches. 1 out and the pitch. Swing and a miss by Wes Wilson. Great play-by-play, but let's go Mets, says Tim James. Thank you so much for being here, bro. I appreciate it. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. And that is fouled away. Something else that was interesting is back in 2018, the Phillies and the Marlins used to combine 15 pitchers to help the Phillies in a 5-4 Phillies win. None of the pitchers came up to bat, and that made it the first Major League game without a DH to have no at-bats by a pitcher. And well, 2 years later, they had the universal DH. 2-2 to Wes Wilson. And the pitch, check swing, he went around. No need to appeal, and Wilson is down on strikes. The last hit that the Phillies have gotten was back in the second inning. That was their only hit. It was on a single by Bohm back up the middle. And Peterson, we said that he didn't really have a good outing his last time around, but he's been back on track here. Buddy Kennedy takes it outside for ball one. Has a 167 average, 1 homer, 5 RBI as well. And the 1-0 delivery is upstairs. Larry, tell Mike Sports Vibes that I say hi, and tell him thank you so much for coming on yesterday. I forgot to mention that he was on. 1-1. Grounder rolled over to second base, and the throw over to first by Iglesias will get Buddy Kennedy out. And that is now 5 men retired in a row by David Peterson. Top of the 6th coming up. A pitching duel between Peterson and Sanchez. They've gone toe-to-toe with each other, and Sanchez will look to have another strong frame in the 6th when we return to action. Okay. Congratulations, by the way, to Jared McCain, who threw out the first pitch today in Philadelphia. McCain, of course, was drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers, and that's a really cool feat. But he threw out the first pitch today. That's one way to welcome yourself in to the city. So that's really cool. There is nothing better in sports to start off the game. I mean, like you have the flip of the coin, but I think that throwing out the first pitch is the best way. The ceremonial first pitch is the best way to start off a sporting event. I just do. I think it's so awesome. Let's go to this. Luis Angel Acuna will lead things off. And, he will be batting for his second time today. This will be the third time that the Mets have gone through their batting order. The Mets will be going through their batting order. So it's Acuna, Vientos, and Alonso up to bat for the Mets. Cristopher Sanchez today, 5 innings, 3 hits allowed, 1 walk, no runs, 6 strikeouts. And how about this? This is the interesting stat. 47 strikes on 59 pitches. And the first pitch here, fly ball hit out over to right field, and Castellanos tracks it down, hits on over towards his left side, and makes the catch as he goes back over towards the track. Vientos, who has been a strikeout victim 2 times today, both on swinging, is coming up. And Cristopher Sanchez looking to get his 3rd strikeout against him. And he attacks the zone and throws a changeup. That's square on the money for strike 1 on the inside part of the plate. No balls, 1 strike, and the next pitch, another changeup, and that certainly fooled Vientos. He went fishing after that and looked lost when he was swinging at that pitch. 0-2 is the count. Sanchez will throw a fastball that reaches 96, and it's just fouled off, and it goes into the 3rd deck over towards the first base side. It is 2:45 p.m. Eastern Time. 0-2. That's down low for a ball. The The game got started at 1:35. Of course, both the Phillies and the Mets have had a lot of history against each other. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the next pitch, swing and a miss. And for the third time tonight, Mark Vientos has struck out against Cristopher Sanchez, and that's the 7th strikeout recorded by Cristopher. Now that, I mean, Sanchez he's been an ace today, really. Here comes Alonso, 2 up, 2 down, and Alonso drills the first pitch foul. Who else is still here rocking with me? Comment down below. Alonso 1 for 2, batting .240, and he takes another pitch for a strike. Alonso, so far this season against the Phillies, is 8 for 30, with 8 runs scored, 2 homers, and 3 RBI, and he struck out 7 times. 0-2 pitch, upstairs for a ball. Does have 32 homers this season, which is tied for 11th in all of baseball, and has 81 RBI as well. Here's the 1-2 pitch. And there's a grounder. Hit over to shortstop. Turner throws a strike over to first base, and Alonso is out. And another 1-2-3 inning by Cristopher Sanchez. He's been so strong. Nothing much else that you can say. 3 hits through 6 innings. And the bottom of the 6th coming up for Philadelphia. Sanchez is dealing so far. He is. Phillies and the Mets, we said that they have a lot of history against each other. These two teams have gone all the way back. Their very first game was on April 27th of 1962 at Polo Grounds. Phillies ended up winning that game 11-9. And they also played in the London series more recently this season. And played each other as well in the MLB Little League Classic back in 2017. So, even though it's football season, I'm still in Philadelphia Phillies mode. I feel that, man. Everyone's so happy about the Cowboys. Law, me too. Corey Seidman just tweeted out that Cristopher Sanchez has faced 20 Met hitters today and has thrown a first pitch strike to 18. He also begun the count 0-2 to 10 of the 13 hitters who have seen more than just 2 pitches. If that's not dominance, I don't know what is. 1,074 meetings between the Phillies and the Mets. And the Phillies have won 552 of those games. Interestingly enough. Bunting threw a perfect game against the Mets back in 1964. The pitch. Now it's a 1-1 count. One ball, 1 strike. Also with Tug McGraw, who was on the Mets, who absolutely dominated the Phillies from 65 to 67, and then from 69 to 74. The pitch on the way, ground ball hit over towards shortstop. It's gobbled up, and the throw over to first is in plenty of time for out number 1. So Buddy Kennedy grounds out to Luis Angel Acuna. What's funny is that Ted McGraw then actually came over to the Phillies and was a back-of-the-end bullpen type of a pitcher who saved 94 games between 75 and 82. The ball is 2 strikes. And the next pitch, and there's a foul ball. So Kyle Schwarber's up to bat. We're in the bottom of the 6th. There's no score. Only 4 hits combined between both the Mets and the Phillies. David Peterson with 68 pitches, going toe-to-toe with Cristopher Sanchez. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Kyle Schwarber strikes out, and David Peterson has rung him on strikes 2 times today. Now it's Trey Turner coming up. And the pitch to Trey. Line drive it out over to left center field, and that's going to split the gap and go all the way towards Monty's angle. Turner rounding first. He'll head on over to second base. He'll stand up. Luis Angel Acuna cuts it off, and the Phillies have their first hit since the 2nd inning. It comes from a double into the gap by Trey Turner. Looks like he got a hanging changeup out over the middle of the plate. Took advantage and swung with stride over towards that State Farm sign out at Monty's angle. And now up to bat is Bryce Harper. Charge! Pitch to Bryce. Ground ball hit over towards the right side. Scooped up by Iglesias, and the toss over to first will get Harper out. And the inning is over. Turner stranded over at second base, and Harper can't reel him in. We head to the top of the 7th. No score. Still in Philadelphia. Thought that was a good time to play the charge too, but I guess not. 4 sacks today for Aiden Hutchinson? Man, that's wild. All right, we're going to the top of the 7th. My cousin David is here. Shout out to cousin David. What's going on? How are you? Present. I don't know what that means. Like present day? Or do you have a present? Like a gift? That's a double. Maybe it's both. Maybe it's 2 meanings. Oh boy. Oh boy. Bunning's no-hitter was also on Father's Day. That is true. That is absolutely true. My rule of thumb is that if we have a pitching duel and it goes into extra innings, there should be no ghost runner until the 12th inning. I don't think that there should be a ghost runner until the 12th inning anyways. Or sorry, the 13th inning. But that's just me. That's how I feel. Let's take a look at the NFL scores. Let's transition to another topic. So far, the Saints lead 35-16 against the Dallas Cowboys. The Bucs lead 13-9. You heard that correctly. 35-16 against the Dallas Cowboys with 10:37 left to go in the third quarter. It's 13-9 out in Detroit. And then the Packers are playing at Lambeau. It's 13-3 against the Indianapolis Colts. The Seahawks lead at 17-13. Geno Smith and the Seahawks doing a good job so far. Here we go. First pitch. Ground ball. And it's past the dive of Harper. Kennedy has it. Throws it over to first. And Sanchez has to go cover the bag. And that's going to get away from him and go all the way back over towards home plate. So that's going to be ruled as an infield single. Buddy Kennedy did whatever he could possible. He definitely tried his best there. Nimmo just put it in a good spot. Harper probably should have been able to make that play there. Just got underneath his glove, and he sort of dived after it as well. Just did not, actually got over his glove. But regardless, That was on Bryce Harper there. So an infield single in the pitch to J.D. Martinez. Fly ball hit out over towards center field. Rojas goes back over towards the track and just makes the catch in front of the Toyota fence. And Martinez is probably not too happy with himself in this series. He hit one out to center field and got robbed on a homer last night. That was by Cal Stevenson, who brought it back in and made the catch. And then Johan Rojas here just made a really good catch out in center field today. Comes Iglesias. A runner on over at first, and he pops that one up and sort of slips. Gets on his knee. Harper gives it a look, and it goes on top of the Phillies dugout. Man. Breed of one, what's going on? You like what, JJ? I missed that. Iglesias 1 for 2 with a single in the fifth. Means he is present for the stream. Oh, that is true. That is true as well. Did Harper just high five a Ranger when he was trying to go for that foul ball there? I don't know. The ball is one strike. Sanchez kicks and delivers. And that is fouled away towards the third base side, and that will go about 10 rows back behind the dugout. He did. Ranger, I think he put his hand out there, and Harper was going for the ball, and then just gave him a high five sort of out of his periphery. It's kind of funny. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Never know what you're going to see at the ballpark. Really weird stuff. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Jose Iglesias. Sanchez with the 75th pitch. And there's a line drive hit out over to right field. Castellanos right there at the right time. And 2 outs recorded for the Phils in the top of the 7th. Mentioned that the Packers lead at 13-3. The Ravens have a 9-6 lead against the Las Vegas Raiders in the third quarter. Jets also are winning out in Tennessee, 14-10 with 8:31 left to go in the third quarter. The Niners are down 13-7 to the Vikings. Here's Luis Torrens, who takes a strike. Commanders and Giants are tied 12-12. Jaden Daniels left the game and then came back in during the first half. 0-1 pitch. Rounder rolled over towards the right side. Kennedy gobbles it up and fires over to first base. And the inning is over. And Cristopher Sanchez with 7 shutout innings. And we head to the bottom of the 7th. Phillies are coming up to bat. 0-0 is the score in Philadelphia. Okay. Chargers lead at 23-3 against the Panthers. And the Browns lead at 16-3 in Jacksonville. There's 9:39 left in that game in the third quarter. And 4:11 in the third quarter left in Carolina. All right. Excuse me. All right. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Like and subscribe, folks, please, and thank you. I need us to get to 200 likes, and I need us to get to 4,230 subscribers, if we have not done so already. All right, so my trivia question for y'all today. My trivia question for you guys today. Which player had the best single-season batting average in Phillies franchise history? in Phillies franchise history. Which player had the best single-season batting average in Phillies franchise history? Let us know. That is the trivia question. Lenny Dykstra. Nope. Richie Ashburn. Chase Utley. Jimmy Rollins. Bobby Abreu. Mike Schmidt. This one's a tough one. Actually, a tough one today. Mike Schmidt. A couple more guesses. This one's a tough one. I'm not gonna lie. It's like one of those ones where you never really think about it because it was so long ago. That's the hint. The best single-season batting average in Phillies franchise history. Howard. Who had the best single-season batting average in Phillies franchise history? Shane Victorino? No. Jimmy McGee. Rod Barajas. All right, one more guess. One more. Dave Cash. The answer is Tuck Turner. Tuck Turner had the best single-season batting average in Phillies franchise history at .418 in 1894. 0-1. There's a foul ball by Castellanos. Sam Thompson comes in the second spot with a batting average of .415, and he did that in the same season with Tuck Turner. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Tuck Turner, man. So no balls, 2 strikes in the bottom of the 7th. And the next pitch is low and away for a ball. Now that's what I call a trivia question. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Bottom of the 7th, and the pitch by David Peterson is inside and low for a ball 2. That wasn't on your bingo card, Eagle Auto? Tuck Turner? Easily would have guessed Trey Turner over that. Tuck Turner, actually, he died in 1945. Didn't know that. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Google says Billy Hamilton. Again, we're talking about franchise history. The trivia book says otherwise. Google has now shut down. So Castellanos strikes out. There's 1 gone here in the bottom of the 7th. Bohm is 1 for 2, singled back in the 2nd, and the pitch is low for a ball. It was a changeup. Tuck played with the Phillies from 1893 to 1896, and then was on the St. Louis Browns from 96 to 98. The pitch. So it's 1 ball, 1 strike. He broke into the National League for the Phillies at the age of 26, but it was a common practice in baseball at the time. Turner lied about his age, claiming to be only 20. 2 balls, 1 strike to Alec Bohm, and the pitch. And that is in the dirt for ball 3. So David Peterson with 80 pitches so far in 6 1/3. He's been in cruise control along with Cristopher Sanchez. The 3-1 pitch. Ground ball, hit sharply over towards third base. Vientos spins, turns, and fires over to first, and that was a beautiful play. That's just textbook defense there by Mark Vientos, really. To just be able to spin after fielding the hard-hit ground ball and then fire it over to first. It was played on a bounce, and Alonso got down on one knee and just was able to record the putout. 2 gone. And JT stares at a sinker at 92 for strike 1. He fouled out. Also threw out a base runner. That was Jose Iglesias earlier in the ball game and flied out to center. The ball is 1 strike. The pitch, swing and a miss. Julia, you're far behind. You got to catch up. 0-2 is the chat. 0-2 is the count. Sorry, I was looking at Steven's thing. The pitch back to JT is low again for ball 1. Phillies have Orion Kirkering warming up in their bullpen. I think Sanchez should go for another inning, personally. 1-2. That misses outside for ball 2. He has 77 pitches. Huh. Maybe they're doing that to sort of keep the Mets on their toes, but I don't know. 2-2 pitch. Swung on. Hit out over towards center field, and that's going to be caught by Harrison Bader for out number 3. The inning is over, so 1-2-3 go the Phils, and we head to the top of the 8th. 0-0 is the score in Philadelphia. Julia, they announced the answer. Thanks, Mike. It's weird. So is Kirkland going to come on in the pitch? Is the next question. Please hit the like button. Please subscribe to the channel. Appreciate each and every one of you for being here. $44,786 fans in attendance at Citizens Bank Park. It is a sellout. It's also the largest crowd of the season at the bank, according to Tim Kelly. The Phillies and Mets. Thank you, says Tim Kelly. I thought that they were going to say something else. Kyle Schwarber today is wearing number 21 on the back of his jersey because he was honored for the Roberto Clemente Award for philanthropy and community leadership. Along with Francisco Lindor as well, he was another nominee. So congratulations to the both of them for their off-the-field works. Still sunny out in Philadelphia. Stadium lights, they have some on. We're in the top of the 8th. It is 3:10 p.m. Eastern Time. And Sanchez is going to go back out there for the 8th inning. Okay. I was thinking that was going to be the case. I was like, no, if it ain't broke, 77 pitches, and he's pitching really well, why take him out? First pitch by Sanchez, inside and low for ball 1. It's been quite a game between both of these ball clubs. And they got to play each other next weekend for a 4-game set. at Citi Field. 1-0 pitch, and that misses for ball 2. That's the first 2-0 count that Sanchez has fallen behind on today that he's had. 2-0 pitch. There's a called strike. Maybe left a tad bit inside. According to the Fransky and LA Twitter account, the last time the Phillies and Mets went through 7 innings this fast was in September of 2007. 2-1. Check swing. Did he go? First base umpire Manny Gonzalez says yes, sir. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch swung on, hit out over towards left center field. It spells trouble, and Rojas looks up, and it is gone. And Tyrone Taylor able to give the Mets a 1-0 lead in the top of the 8th. And he breaks the ice. That's his 7th homer of the season and his 32nd RBI as well. His first homer, also by the way, since July 24th. And the pitch to Harrison Bader, and that's fouled away. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch, and that's outside. Bro, the chat's going crazy over NFL and this game. It's like they don't know what to do with themselves. 100 likes and 200 people watching. Bro, come on, man. Please hit the like button. Appreciate it. 1 ball, 2 strikes. To Harrison Bader, who's 0 for 2. Flied out and grounded into a fielder's choice. The pitch. There's a foul ball. Vikings are beat to the 49ers. This might be over, says KGB. It ain't over. It ain't over until the final out is made. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, ground ball hit over towards the right field side, and that's going to go into right field for a base hit. So there's a single by Bader. And Rob is going to go out there, and that's going to be it. Good job. Now's the time to pull him. So Sanchez goes 7 innings, gives up the solo homer to Tyrone Taylor, and the opposite field single to Harrison Bader, and Orion Kirkering is going to come on in to pitch the rest of the 8th. Phillies down 1-0 against the Mets, and we have a pitch and change. Question is, why haven't they hit until the 7th or the 8th? I don't know. The thing is that while Peterson has been on today, I will say that the Phillies have had some opportunities. They have. Harper had the walk in the 4th. That was a good at-bat. And Castellanos didn't have the best at-bat and struck out. And then Bone grounded into the fielder's choice there in the inning. I thought that was an opportunity for them to capitalize. And more importantly, in the 6th inning, man. In the 6th inning. Turner gets on with the double. And, Bryce Harper has a chance to give the Phillies the lead with 2 outs. And first pitch, he grounds out. That was also a missed opportunity as well. But it's not over, as I always say, and we have to wait and see what happens. But so far, not so good from the offense. Not so good. If the Braves sweep the Dodgers, it's a possibility. What's a possibility? Don't forget to like and subscribe, folks. 10 more subs so we get to 4230. Make sure you hammer that like button and that subscribe button as well. Happy birthday to Hans Kraus. Born in 1998 on this day. Paul Abbott is also his birthday today, born in 1967. Today is also Charlie Smith's birthday, born in 1937. The pitch to Acuna is fouled away. Comes Acuna. The ball is 2 strikes, and the pitch, swing and a miss. The ball is 2 strikes. And the 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And a good sweeper thrown by Orion Kirkering, and there's one gone here in the top of the 8th. Looks pretty good. Vientos will swing and miss at the sinker at 97. Orion Kirkering, this is his 59th game that he's come in relief for this year. Has a 2.03 ERA, 66 strikeouts, and just 2 homers allowed. Batters are hitting .216 against him. He's been really, really sharp overall. Vientos hitting .274. 24 homers, 62 RBI. He struck out 3 times today against Cristopher Sanchez. 0-1 pitch, and that is outside and down. Bader's still over at first base. He can fly. Got to watch out for him. Got on with an opposite field single. Kirkering kicks and delivers. Swing and a miss. And that's going to make the count now 1-2. Mets have 6 hits today. Phillies have only 2. Next pitch. That's low again for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Kirkering kicks and fires. A called strike 3 just down the hatch at 97 miles per hour. I don't know what Vientos was looking for, but he just took it right down Broad Street and was called out looking on strikes. That's the 4th strikeout he's had today. Alonso takes it outside for ball 1, and the count is 1-0. Alonso 1 for 3. And he pops this one up. It's hit out over towards the foul territory, and it goes out of play. Vientos has not struck out 4 times this season in a game. I don't even know if he's ever struck out 4 times, ever. This may be the first time that that's ever happened to him. 1-1 pitch. That's a called strike. And going on over to second base is Harrison Bader as he gets a stolen base. Got a good jump there. 1-2. Fouled back towards the screen. That's the 94th career stolen base by Harrison Bader. Now is 17 on the season in 25 attempts. He's in scoring position. Just focus on the batter here. It's Pete Alonso. Bader leads off 1-2 upstairs. Yeah, that is the first time Vientos has struck out 4 times in a game in his career. Bader dancing off the bag at second in the 2-2 pitch, and there's a line drive. It's played off of the glove of Bryce Harper, and Buddy Kennedy gets over to it, and thank goodness it didn't even go into the outfield. So that's going to put runners over at the corners. That did save a run, and Alonso gets on with an opposite field single. They cut so quickly. Just bounced off of the tip of Harper's glove as he leaped up to try to make the catch. And thank goodness Kennedy was there at the right time, and Bader had to pump the brakes over at third. Now Brandon Nimmo is coming up. Good job by Kennedy. Pitch on the way, ground ball, scooped up by Harper, gets down on one knee, and tags the bag for out number 3. So just a run on the solo homer by Tyrone Taylor and the Phillies. Do they have a response? Well, we go to the bottom of the 8th, and we'll see in just a few moments. What's going on, everybody? Well, this is good. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, turn on those notification bell icons, and that way you'll know when I go live. We're on for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. Tomorrow we will be doing the Eagles game. So it'll be our very, very first one that we do. My name is Jason Joseph. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I've graduated from Rowan University in the spring of 2022. Called games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks and for the Delaware Blue Coats as well. And have also, right now, I'm currently doing stuff at 97.3 ESPN, producing-wise, and I'm also calling Villanova ice hockey games as well. I'm going to start doing that towards the end of the month. If you enjoy my content on here, this is my other thing that I do. I do Philly sports play-by-plays, just to get the word out, just to help grow the brand as well, and to give other people an alternate platform to tune into the games. So if you enjoy, like and subscribe. Even if you're not a Phillies fan, we try to keep it fair on both sides. So let's go. Let's go. All right. Yes, sir. Let's go. So bottom of the 8th. Wes Wilson, Buddy Kennedy, and Yohan Rojas are all coming up to the plate. Phillies have a chance to try to tie it here. And if they can just somehow, someway get to Kyle Schwarber, that'd be great. First pitch, and that is low for a ball. David Peterson, still out there on the bump, by the way. Looking to outduel Cristopher Sanchez. 1-0 pitch, fly ball, hit out over towards the left center field gap, and that's going to go all the way over towards the wall. Wilson's going to go over to second base, and the throw is not in time. It's off the glove of Iglesias, and backing him up will be Peterson, and Wes Wilson gets the offense started in the bottom of the 8th. That was a fastball right down the heart and soul of the plate, and Wilson knew that it was a gapper into Monty's angle, or over towards that area, I should say, and he got on with a double. So the tying runs at second. Buddy Kennedy is coming up, and I wonder if Rob is going to make a move here, if he's going to keep Buddy up to bat. We'll see. But we have time called on the bump, and the Phillies are looking to rally. Edwin Diaz warming up in the Mets bullpen. Let's go, baby. Rally Towns in the chat. Let's go. Come on. Kennedy saved it from going 2-0 by being there at the right time on the line drive that was hit by Pete Alonso, almost caught by Bryce Harper. Bader would have scored from second. First pitch to Buddy Kennedy, and that's taken for a strike. 1-0. The Mets took the lead in the top of the 8th. The Phillies looking to find a counterpunch. No balls, 1 strike. At least get Wilson over to third. The 0-1 pitch is down low as a changeup. Game is still less than 2 hours old. One ball, 1 strike to Buddy Kennedy, and he fouls off the next pitch. Charge! He just stays alive there. Go-ahead run up at the plate. Tying run over at second base. Peterson stares back at Wilson, and the 1-2 pitch. Good eye by Buddy Kennedy in the dirt. Phillies lost the first game of the series 11-3 on Friday night. They came back and won 6-4 yesterday afternoon and are looking to take the series. The throw back over to second, and it's not in time. Iglesias wasn't even covering the bag, and Peterson almost got away with that. Oof. Two balls, 2 strikes. Have some debris flowing onto the field. The 2-2 pitch. Fly ball hit out over to left field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. Wilson's going to score. Punch. Counter punch. And the Phillies tie it back on an RBI double by Buddy Kennedy. The Fightins don't die. And Peterson knew it. Comes Rojas in the first pitch. He bunts that one foul. And it's an 0-1 count. Buddy Kennedy, man. 4 for 4 with runners in scoring position with 6 RBI. Perfect. With the game on the line, I guess you got to go with Buddy Kennedy. 0-1 pitch, and there's a bunt that's made over towards the third base side. Throw over to first base. That is just in time. Rojas has a lot of speed. Iglesias had to go cover first again. And going over to third base is Buddy Kennedy. So the sacrifice is complete. Good job by Johan Rojas. And that's going to maneuver Buddy Kennedy over to third. Let's go. So the Phillies have the go-ahead run over at third. And Kyle Schwarber is coming up. Nice play by Peterson, too. That was almost a bang-bang play. It really was. Peterson had to go over towards the ball, was bunted over towards that third base side. He had to get off the mound quickly, spin, throw, fire a strike over to first, and Iglesias had to back up Pete Alonso. Plus, you have to call off Vientos, and you got to say, I got it. It's not an easy play. 1 out. And even a ground ball up the middle could give the Phillies the 2-1 lead. Kyle Schwarber is up to the plate. Bunt again, take the lead, bro. You're not bunting with Kyle Schwarber. Schwarber's 0 for 3. He's grounded out and struck out twice. First pitch, he takes it outside for a ball. And I'm surprised that Peterson is still out there. Numbers will tell you that he's had success against Schwarber, but numbers have also told you that he's given up a couple of extra base hits in this inning. 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and Schwarber gets down on one knee. It's a slider. Now Phil Maton is warming up in the bullpen, and they just sat Diaz down. 1 ball, 1 strike. Acuna covering second, and the 1-1 pitch, and that's in the dirt. Hardcore, bro. You good? You can't butt with Schwarber. Estevez and Ruiz warming up in the Phillies bullpen. 2 balls, 1 strike. Peterson with the 99th pitch as he takes a breath, gets set the letters, and the 2-1 pitch, ground ball hit over to second base, and Iglesias has it, throws it over to first. He was playing over towards the infield grass, and Schwarber is out. So that's not going to get the job done. And Carlos Mendoza is going to pull the plug as Trey Turner comes up, and he's going to get a call to the bullpen here, as Peterson will get a no decision. So Sanchez and Peterson go at least 7 innings. Peterson goes 7 2/3 and allows a run. The runner now over at third is still his responsibility. This is the longest outing of Peterson's career. So he could still be in line to get the loss. All right. So we have 2 outs in the bottom of the 8th. Now my idea is bad. Why would you bunt with Kyle Schwarber? Who in their right mind would bunt with Kyle Schwarber? It's a tie game, too. You would bunt with Kyle Schwarber. I think that's crazy. I disagree with you. You still have a right to your own opinion, but I think that's really crazy. Kyle Schwarber is not a good bunter. You got out, Zach. Surprise them. Bro, why would you bunt with Kyle Schwarber? Chaos, JJ. You have to let Schwarber hit there. They wouldn't have expected it, says Hopi 16. Yeah, but, like, he's not... That's not what he does. Like, he's not a bunter. Plus, the runner's over at third, so you really got to put it into, like, the right spot. I mean, like a drag bunt, maybe, but... I don't know. To say that he... Bro, you can't... Bro, I'm not taking a personal shot at that. You can't take a personal shot at hardcore, man. Can't do that. There's a line there. You can't do that. Better chance Schwarber hits a sac fly than successfully gets a bunt down. Exactly, Brad. Exactly. That's like telling Barry Bonds to bunt. In a way, yeah. But I think Bonds was a better bunter than Schwarber. But the bottom line is that you can't do that in that situation. I ain't that sensitive, says hardcore. Yeah, but come on, man. Like, I don't want shots being fired like that because you do know ball, bro. All right, so here's Phil Maton. 65 games this season, 3.75 ERA. First pitch to Trey Turner, swing and a miss. Okay, so Turner is at the dish. 1 for 3, grounded out, struck out, and doubled. 0-1 pitch off the plate. Phillies were down 1-0 in the 8th inning. The Mets had a solo homer from Tyrone Taylor in the top of the 8th, and then the Phillies tied it back on an RBI double by Buddy Kennedy. The 1-1 pitch. Foul ball. Hit out over towards right field, and it goes into the seats. I hear you. We all good. Zach is mad that his guy got an out. Yeah, for sure. I disagree with you, but I'm not taking a shot like that. I can't do that. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the pitch to Trey is way up high. Whew. That's going to even the count now. Over the last 7 days, Maton has only gone 1 2/3, but he's allowed 2 earned runs on 2 hits with 2 strikeouts. Go ahead run over at third. The 2-2 to Trey. Popped up, hit out over towards right field. It was a high pitch. And here comes Tyrone Taylor. He comes running in and he'll make the catch. And Buddy Kennedy, who is stranded over at third base, ties the game on an RBI double. And we head to the top of the 9th, all knotted up at 1 apiece in Philadelphia. This game is just 2 hours old, man. Can't believe it. This game is flying. 459 people tuning in. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Don't forget to like and subscribe and hit those bell icons. That was a missed opportunity there from Kyle Schwarber. I needed Schwarber to get. I needed Schwarber to get on. That was a waste of an inning. No, it wasn't a waste of an inning. They tied the game, my guy. They tied the game. Yes, sir. Thank you all so much for being here. My name is Jason Joseph. This is Play by Play with JJ. Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a fantastic Sunday. Are you okay with MLB games taking place on NFL Sunday? 75% of you say yes. I'm shocked. 15% of you say no, and 10% of you say yes, but only for week one. I meant to say yes, it's fine, but week one, there shouldn't be a game. That's what I meant to say. But that's interesting. Interesting for sure. All right, we go to the top of the ninth. The Mets will have Martinez, Iglesias, and Torrens up to bat. I wonder if Alvarez is going to pinch hit for Carlos Mendoza. It'll be interesting, that's for sure. On the bump for the Phils, it'll be Jose Ruiz. Estevez would have came in if it was a save situation, but it'll be Jose Ruiz. My guess is that maybe Estevez, if it goes into extra innings, he would most likely pitch the 10th. JD Martinez steps up to the dish, and the first pitch, he takes a strike right down the heart and soul of the plate at 96 for strike one. No balls, one strike. The pitch, high for a ball. Jose Ruiz is a 3.60 ERA. No holds this season. 45 innings. 48 strikeouts. 13 walks surrendered as well. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch. Fly ball hit out over to right field, and Castellanos goes into foul ground and makes the catch just in front of the wall. And JD Martinez fouls out to Castellanos, and he gives a little salute to the fans as well. Sort of had to slow up over there, and he lost it for a second and then just got right over to it. Had the glove open, saw where the wall was, and there's one gone. Iglesias comes up into the box and takes strike one just at the knees on the inside corner. The ball's 1 strike. Ruiz fires, and it's at 97 at the kneecaps for strike 2. Jose Ruiz has pitched in 5 innings against the Mets and has only allowed 3 hits and has 5 strikeouts, no runs allowed. 0-2, down low for ball 1. Keep the likes coming, man. Let's get to 2-1. 1-2 pitch. Fly ball, foul ball. Jose Ruiz at home this season has a 2.42 ERA. On the road, it's at a 4.76. And the 1-2 pitch, fly ball hit out over to right center field. Rojas says he has it, and he'll track it down and make the catch over towards the alleyway in front of the former out-of-town scoreboard for out number 2. And Torrens, at least his spot is coming up. I guess that they're not going to put in Alvarez against the righty Jose Ruiz. But Jose's been really good. Over Ruiz's last 4 games, he's gone 3 innings. He hasn't allowed a run and has 4 strikeouts. Last time he did allow a run was against the Kansas City Royals on Sunday, August 25th. Here's the pitch to Jesse Winker, and he takes that one for a strike. So Winker is going to pinch hit for Torrens, and my assumption is that Francisco Alvarez will catch the bottom of the 9th. Next one, high and outside. End of the game prediction. Phillies walking off in the bottom of the 9th. 1-1, swing and a miss. That's a good one, Kathy Ed. That's a good one. Shout out to you. Thanks so much for coming on here. So Winker is a pinch hitter in his career, batting .306 with 4 doubles, 6 homers, 17 RBI, and he's gotten fanned 24 times. Here's the 1-2. It looked a little bit high, but it's a cold strike 3. Jose Ruiz tells Winker to go sit down, and we go to the bottom of the 9th. And the Phillies are going to try to walk it off. I can't believe Nestor Seiza called that a strike. I'm not going to lie. We'll take it, but I can't believe it. All right, bottom of the 9th, and Bryce Harper will lead things off for Philadelphia. This should be fun. Next question is, who's going to pitch for the Mets? That's the next question. Do they go to Diaz, or do they go to somebody else? Harper, Castellanos, and Bohm, that's the meat and potatoes of the batting order for Philadelphia. 400 people tuning in. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit that bell icon, and that way you'll know when I upload. 7 wins and in? No. It's combined wins and losses from the Phillies and the Mets. So the magic number goes down to 5 because the Phillies win, the Mets lose. A Mets loss is an extra Phillies win. So if the Phillies win, the magic number of getting into the playoffs and for winning the division goes down to 5. We will not be doing tomorrow night's game. We got the Birds. We are doing the Birds tomorrow night. The Phillies are not going to clinch tomorrow, so we'll be back at it with the Phillies on Tuesday against the Brewers, even though it is a big game tomorrow. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the bell icons. All right. Good stuff. Bottom of the 9th coming up. It'll be Maton facing Bryce Harper. Interesting move by Mendoza. Phil Maton has never faced Bryce Harper, if that is correct. No, he's never faced Bryce Harper. How about that? Well, maybe Harper will try to launch one out of here and send the Phillies home with a series win. Cristopher Sanchez got the start today for the Phillies and did really good up until the 8th inning. Edwin Diaz is actually going to pitch for the Mets. They said that Maton was still out there on ESPN, but nope, that is not the case. Edwin Diaz is going to pitch. It is not a save opportunity. And Bryce Harper steps into the ring of fire. First pitch, swing and a miss. He got a 98-mile-per-hour fastball and swung right through it. Harper's 0 for 2. He walked in the 4th. And the Phillies are going to try to walk it off here in the bottom of the 9th. The 0-1, and that's a 100-mile-per-hour pitch. It looked like it was a strike at the knees, but it's called a ball. We go on for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. Make sure y'all like and subscribe. Fasten those seatbelts. 1 ball, 1 strike, and the next pitch, and that's fouled back. Harper's just 2 for 12 against Edwin Diaz with 2 homers and 3 RBI. And he's gotten on base via walk 2 times as well against them. Diaz kicks and fires, swing and a miss, and Harper strikes out and is now 2 for 13. Lifetime against Edwin Diaz, and 1 gone in the bottom of the 9th. Just missed. Diaz's stats, by the way, 3.60 earned run average and 68 strikeouts. Here comes Nick Castellanos and the pitch. And that is swung on and missed for strike one. Casty is also 3 for 10 against him. And the 0-1, that was way inside, and there was a check swing foul ball by Castellanos. In case you are wondering, as for who came in, it is Francisco Alvarez, who's now catching for the Mets. Or sorry, it is Eddie Alvarez. 0-2 delivery. That is high for ball one. Eddie Alvarez has played second base, and they say now that he's catching. 1-2, fly ball, hit out over to right center field. That's going to drop in for a base hit. It was a high pitch, but to Castellanos' credit, he stays with it, and the winning run is over at first. All right, let's go. He got on. That's what matters. I got to give Casty credit for that. I do. Not a good pitch to swing at, but stayed with it and got it. Here comes Alec Boehm, who takes a slider that's on the inside corner for strike one. I would have maybe considered pinch running here, but that's just me. The 0-1 pitch. There's a strike called. It's a slider at 91. And Boehm is getting an explanation from Seja. And I understand if the game goes to extras, you want Casty out there, but 0-2 when there's a foul ball. I'd go with Brandon Marsh. No balls, 2 strikes. 8 seconds left on the pitch clock. Winning run at first. 0-2 pitch. Low and away for ball one, and Boehm says, hold your horses, Casty. One ball, 2 strikes. To Alec Boehm, and the next pitch, swinging a miss. Castellanos going over to second base, and the ball is dropped by the shortstop, so Castellanos did swipe second. He's safe. And Boehm is down on strikes, but Castellanos is in scoring position. That has to be Francisco Alvarez that's catching. That looks just like him, so. That is Francisco Alvarez. I don't know why they would screw that up. All right, so 2 outs here in the bottom of the 9th. Winning run at second now. And now it's JT Realmuto, who's 5 for 13 against Edwin Diaz, and he's going to try to walk it off here. Phillies looking to try to go for win number 90. Diaz versus Realmuto. Who will win the battle? Pitch number 1, strike 1, right down the middle of the plate. Like and subscribe. We got 515 people tuning in. We go live for every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. Keep it going, baby. Come on. No balls. 1 strike to JT. Diaz kicks and fires, and that is fouled off. Realmuto today fouled out to first in the second, flied out to center, and also lined out to center. His last time up. No balls, 2 strikes to JT. The next pitch, line drive, hit out to right center field, and that's going to win the ball game. Castellanos goes over to the plate, and Diaz gets the loss. The Phillies come back and win 2-1 as they rally behind JT Realmuto and pour the Gatorade on them. They take the series against the Mets, and the magic number for clinching the division is down to 6. Ring the bell, the Philadelphia Phillies win. Let's go. How about that? Big win. Big win, baby. JT did it. JT walked it off for the Phils, and they win the series by a score of 2-1. We got to cut the magic numbers down now. Let's go. Let's go, Phils. Magic number for winning the division down to 6, and the magic number for making it into the playoffs is down to 5. Good stuff by the Phils. Not a good day by the offense, but again, the Fightins woke up. They did. When you stomp on them, they come back and show you that they have fight. They dealt with adversity today against David Peterson for some reason, but they responded and they won. And after Taylor hit the home run against Sanchez, Buddy Kennedy said, "It's not over. I'm going to tie the game." And right before that, Wes Wilson, credit to him getting on with that double. That was big as well. Buddy Kennedy, to me, is the player of the game. Cristopher Sanchez is the player of the game, I'm sorry. But Buddy Kennedy was the best player on offense today. Kennedy, to me, got the RBI double, but also saved a run from coming home because he was shifted over towards that right side. That thing is deflected off of Harper's glove as he tries to make a catch into the air on a line drive hit by Pete Alonso. That thing goes out to right field. It's 2-0 New York in that 8th inning. So, Iglesias is comes in the score, if that's the case. But JT with a nice walk-off hit. That was great. Cristopher Sanchez, though, is my player of the game. Great job by him. He was spectacular today. Couldn't have asked for a better performance. He kept the team involved. He did what he had to do. And this was a big series for the Phillies. Unfortunately, tough loss for Francisco Lindor for the New York Mets. We won't really dive too much into it, but the Phillies did what they had to do and took care of business at home. And now you got to go into Milwaukee, and you got to take 2 out of 3 over there as well before you head back to New York to take on the Mets again for a 4-game set. One word to describe that game. Got it done when they had to, says Adam. Yes, they did. And that's what I have to say. Kathy Ann called it, JJ. Yeah, that was not easy to predict. that if they won, it would be on a walk-off. When she said that in the 9th inning. No, I'm kidding. But anyhow, yeah, that was nice. One word to describe that. Please comment down below. Go Phillies! Go Eagles! Great win. I ate a whole bag of nachos during this game. Nervous eating, that's not good. Oh boy. Good call, JJ. Have a great day. Thank you guys. Appreciate it. From a Braves fan, W, win. No one likes the Mets, says SS. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Okay. So is it true that the division magic number goes down to 5? I want to look. I do want to pull up these. I want to pull up the magic number standings right now as we speak. So I will do that. MLB magic numbers and clinching scenarios. Okay, so let's share my screen here. Window capture 2. Okay. Good stuff. Okay. There we go. All right, let's make this bigger. Then we got to crop this. Okay. So for the Phillies to clinch, now that they're at 90 wins, it's down to 6 for the division and 5 for the Mets, I believe. There is actually a calculator out there, so I could do that. There is such thing as a magic number calculator, so let's plug that in. I always get confused by these things, and it's really not so hard to be confused by this, but I'm, of course, confused. So I just have to know. MLB magic number calculator. It's the whole thing is that you take the 162, you subtract however many teams your team has, however many wins your team has, and then you subtract however many losses that they have as well, and then you add 1. I think that's the calculation, but we're just going to do this by hand. So 90 and then 67. So the magic number is 6. 90 and 67. Oh, wait, 90 and 68. Sorry. So, yeah, it's down to 5 to get into the playoffs. But for the division, it's down to 6. If the Braves lose, though, then the division number goes back down to 5. So that's good. Good stuff. All right. I'm bringing a bottle of champagne on my vacation for when we clinch. That's great. How do we need one more when we are number 1 in the division? Because the Braves now are in second because the Mets lost. So they're half a game behind they're half a game above the Mets. If they lose, then they're tied with the Mets again. So they're flip-flopping second and third. That's why this division thing is going down a little bit. But for us to make it into the playoffs, it's down to 5. So that's how it goes. We could still theoretically get 100 wins. Oh, we could, man. We could absolutely do that. All right, I think we're done. Good win by the Phils. Don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out. Did we get to at least 150 likes today? I don't know. We got to 152. All right, I'm good with that. Ooh, let's go, boys. Think we can clinch it in New York? I think that we can clinch it. We could. Yeah, we absolutely could. I definitely think that's a possibility. We could clinch it in Milwaukee, but that'd be a little bit tough. So we have 90 now, and that's all that matters as hardcore. All right, Monday, tomorrow night, we're not doing the Phillies game. Come on for the Birds, man. I'm telling you, you'll have a fun time on our call for the Birds. So please be there. It would mean a lot to me. You know, even if you're not a big football fan, I think that you'll get into it. And plus, we'll still, at halftime, we'll check in on the Phillies. Okay? We'll do that. All right, love you all. Let's put this rivalry aside and beat the LOL Mets. Thanks for putting in the time, JJ. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate this. It means a lot to me, all right? See you all tomorrow, 8:15 for the Birds game. See you then, Lila Tov. Good night. Go Phils and go Birds.